Hey, hey. Happy
It
New
is
Year.
Happy New Year.
We are back. Happy 2025. We'll just get it out the way now because it
Right.
is a new year. It's our first time
That part.
back on it since the new year. So we appreciate everyone that will join in. If you see it, hey, do us a New Year's friendly and just share it. Share it to
Right.
some friends.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. We love it. It is the new year, and we all thought 2024 was crazy. We had
Right.
bingo cards lined up. We had multiple pictures for different months set up because 2024 went wild.
Yep.
We are on day 8 of 2025. In that time, we've had a mass shooting in New Orleans. We had a car bombing here in Las Vegas in front of Trump Towers. And we are on day 2 of the California wildfires in LA. And when I tell you I almost broke down earlier because I saw this deer running down the street, it had nowhere to go. It was like cars are fleeing, people are video.
Oh.
It's a little baby deer and it had a little hurt
Oh.
paw. And I'm just like, you think about all the, okay, prayers
Well,
for all the people affected out there. The houses
right.
would have been destroyed, the communities, the schools, the churches. Most of those people also had the alert to evacuate.
Mhm.
Hey, it's coming your area, pack up some things, get going. Yes, I know traffic and stuff and like one entrance, one exit was really tough, but animals don't have an
Have an
alert that
alert.
says,
They have a
hey,
sense something might be up, but they got to run
start
down. They have
packing
no
and
way.
start packing your shrubs and your bushes
Right.
and your little home and your little
Right.
kid, I don't know. It's just wild. It's so
It is.
heartbreaking to
But it
see
is
out there.
heartbreaking. And prayers. I have family in LA, and fortunately, they're not in the Palisades, Malibu, and other areas that are affected by this to kind of lower in the depths of the city of LA. But
Right.
even people, colleagues that I know that I used to work with in the past that live or own homes in that Palisades area that luckily don't live in those homes but still own them to rent out to people, they have lost that. And it's unfortunate. And we're close to
It's
losing that. And it's just like, oh
right.
my God, I'm so sorry.
It's so
Yeah.
sad, and it's just like I have friends in Southern California as well. They aren't in that direct area, but just even that people that have any kind of illness or immune deficient, like any breathing issues,
The air
the
quality has to
air
be insane.
quality.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
has to be
wild.
insane.
It's so crazy. Anyway, and so we hope everybody out there is safe. You
Right.
got people here in Vegas. If you know us, you know us. You got people in Vegas. Please
You
reach out.
do. And shout out to Airbnb and some of the local hotels out there that are giving residents opportunities for shelter and other places. And the shelters, they are actually on par with trying to get people situated. But it's just unfortunate you have to evacuate everything that you've completely owned and have lost and perished in this. It's a
It's
natural
so
tragedy.
sad.
It's not like this is something that people have for arson. This is climate. This is like we have to have this discussion.
They
This is the climate
described it
change.
as a
This is what it is.
fire
This is
hurricane.
what
A
happens. And so
fire hurricane,
it's
which
unfortunate we had to
is
kick off the year with that.
very unfortunate.
It
I mean,
is. It's just
it's
sad. Like,
we're only
this
8
is,
days in. 8 days.
yep, 8 days.
So,
God,
we'll see
eight
what the
days.
rest of the year, let alone we got the
8
20th
days.
coming up still. It's just like what's happening? What is going
But prayers
on?
to them. Prayers to them. You have to keep
Yeah,
everybody
so if
covered.
everybody wants to, grab their tea or drink, because we need to get into some hot topics. And of course, the first and foremost one that's been going off the rails is this one. The lawsuit that was filed by, I think it's Nushin Faraji, Miss Faraji. She's a makeup artist, hairstylist at
Fox
Fox
Sports.
Sports.
Hmm.
I think for like 14 years or,
Yeah.
like over a decade. Broke a lot of tea on a lawsuit that was stemming from actions with Skip Bayless, offering her $1.5 million for sex, basically, because he's been her,
Yeah.
only he only wanted her to do his hair. He only wanted this and that. Um, in all that, I mean, this was like I don't even know how many pages. I'm going to share with everybody on social media the lady I found who broke it down. I think I sent it to you. I don't know if you had time to
Yeah,
watch it.
you did. I saw it, but the thing of
She
it
had
is,
a
like, this is part
four-part.
2-part left
She
lawsuit
had a
that she's got going on.
four-part series.
Yeah.
Each of them were 4 to 5 minutes, but she broke that thing down. She read the entire lawsuit end to end. And what else came out was that, of course, you've got the Fox vice president, um, is it Charlie Dixon, and his
Yes.
actions towards multiple female employees there and female on air,
Crazy.
including that of Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor was spilling the tea with her hairdresser, and we all know how we talk with our hairdressers. We give them all the ins and outs
Yeah.
of our
Kind
lives.
of their our counselor, our confidant, kind of tell them what's going
Tell
on
them
in our
how women
world.
Joy
Our hair
talking.
therapy. Yeah.
Miss Joy is talking to Miss Faraji and is mentioning how has her come out to meet her for drinks. There's Mr. Dixon there. She's noticing like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then she sees Mr. Dixon in the offices, and Joy is kind of telling her to hush, hush. Mr. Nafaraji decides she wants to kind of step back from this friendship with Joy, and starts trying to warn her, because other people have come out to Miss Faraji about the issues with Mr. Dixon, them leaving. And she's like, don't pay that no mind. No one cares about those people that used to work here anyway. So it's a whole ordeal. And
It is.
then comes up that Joy was also messing around with Acho on the Speak show that she's at. But I'll give all the props to Joy at this point, because she came back the very next day at work, kept doing work. Like, she has not been phased, at least from the media aspect, as far as being on camera. So I will, hey, that would be tough to get back into work from, having all this
I mean,
exposed, I guess.
all that exposed allegedly, or if it's true or not, it's funny to me how Emmanuel Acho decided to delete recent tweets that he suggestively praised Joy on, which adds to the guilt of the thing. The fact that Joy Taylor is unbothered in it is a little kind of discerning to me, like kind of interesting, because the thing of it is if you are that type of woman,
Right.
and we know that that is a thing that exists, the issue that I take is that if they were to come back on you, you were going to holler SA accusations, which is not okay. And to me, that sets a lot of women back, even those that have tried to come forward on SA
Absolutely.
allegations that are true. And you are going to play that kind of card to say you have power and leverage. That's not all right. I do have a problem with that. I don't know what's gonna hold on to her and what she's gonna what happens with all of this. She still has a job. She still
Yeah.
is, like you
She's
said,
still on air.
unbothered. She never turned her comments off. She is literally
Yeah,
paying
she
attention,
didn't turn
doing
her
her job.
comments
She
off.
is
That was
totally,
wild
so maybe
too.
her leverage is something of a power that she's thinking in her mind that, hey, they can't touch me regardless if this
Like,
is true or not.
all talk isn't, even bad talk is good talk, or whatever they call it. But
Right.
even
I mean,
bad publicity is
and
good publicity. Like, you still have your name. I
yeah,
don't
and
know,
if
but
this woman's track record is what it is, the women that are held to a higher standard, higher standard of journalism and all of that, it's a slap in the face for them. Because to me, she was never that type of journalist. She gave a lot of opinions and feelings over facts. She would
right.
state facts because that was her job, but a lot of it was opinionated and feelings, and did not do the legwork that a Jamil Hill, a Carrie Champion, a lot of people that had to pave the way, a Dorsberg, all of them. She got in
Absolutely.
this fortunate position. And if it's like I'm a sex pot, I'm gonna sleep my way to, yeah, I mean, that was kind of the old fashioned tradition of getting ahead. But the fact that
But
it's
it
in
shouldn't
our
be the
faces
way to
now, that
go.
conversation is kind of like, what is going on? So I don't know.
It's
It's pretty
it's
rough.
gonna be
It's pretty
interesting to
rough.
see how it unpacks. But again, this is 2025 coming out with a banger,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. I mean,
right
the
off
reckoning
top.
is 2020 kicked off reckonings. So everything,
Yes.
and I want to say honestly, 2022 or 2023, maybe after COVID, reckoning years were starting. So we're in
It's
this reckoning season of revelation. Things are starting to come to fruition, if they will. What's done in the
I-
dark is now coming to light.
all the
Yes,
light,
all the light.
all the light,
Definitely
all the
didn't have it
light.
on my bingo card. Definitely did not see this coming. Am I surprised? No, not so much.
No.
The character piece of it
Although,
all is
when they
crazy,
talked about a
grimy.
lot of the other anonymous women in this that had worked for
Yeah,
Fox Folks that were on air talent, it makes you wonder who are these other, it makes you like start like, Googling like, well, who else used to work there that left? Like who got fired, who got left? Because those are the things like, who got a show
Well,
that didn't do
Marcellus
well.
Wiley has a lot to say. He says a lot of
Oh,
things are
sure he
starting to
does.
come
He
into
always has a lot to
lot to
say.
say coming into the receipts and everything is starting to add up and make sense to him. It's crazy. And the funny thing is with this Faraji woman, what is her intent? Because she mentioned Joy only because she was fired by Joy, because Joy said she wanted only a black hairstylist and was not happy with Faraji's work
But you had her
after the
for
convention.
10, 12
Exactly.
years.
After, but wanted to get rid of her and use that excuse of I need a black hairstylist. She can't,
That's
like, something
crazy.
happened within that relationship of a threat or something.
That brought all this
I need to
out.
know more. I need to know more. It's a
We need
lot.
where is the docu-series? Netflix? Come on. I mean, Netflix is holding it down with these docu-series lately. Like, what's all we need? Just give us the docu-series.
But do you
I
think
mean,
Joy should come out and say something on behalf
I
of
would
just
feel
character?
like at this point, even if you don't say anything, even if it's like a IG story, like a typo, like, I'm not trying to address the issue that was what's come about right now, blah 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 blah. But the fact that nothing has come of it either is also kind of like, well, what's in your like, what kind of head space are you in where it doesn't even affect you, or it's not? I don't know. I
Or she
can't
doesn't
speak for
care.
her
She doesn't care.
because she knows what she was doing.
Right.
I mean, yeah,
Well, rough.
rough. Okay, but 1.5 million, Mo, are you doing it?
No, absolutely not.
No, I'd give it
Absolutely
some
not.
thought. I would. I mean,
Absolutely not. Because the simple fact is, it skipped A-list.
1.5 million. But listen, okay, there would have to be some terms like Skippy can't talk. There's no pills involved. Like
Where
it's
does
going
it
to be.
end though? 1.5 million is ownership. Like, I feel like
I'm done. I'm out of there. Like you're
once you
not going to see me
pay,
anymore after 1.5, and it's
but
under the
I don't
table,
know
so no
about that. I don't
taxes.
know.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
come on.
That's a lot of
Because
money,
if
but
you were to
1.5.
earn 1.5 million, you know how much you're getting taxed? Like this is a free 1.5 mil, no tax, nothing.
It
Like
is. I just look at the
stored under
ownership of the
stored
thing.
under the bed.
The ownership of the thing. The ownership of it all. Like, I feel like he owns me after that 1.5.
He wouldn't be
Like,
able to
there'd have to be a
contact me
whole
after
bunch
that.
of
There would be no
there'd
ability
have to
to
be a
try
lot
and
of legal.
trace
But what if he
me.
didn't want to sign? What if he said, this is not a legal contract, this is what I'm offering you? And then, even with her turning him down, and even if she did offer it, what's the constant harassment going to be after that? Even
Well,
if
at
she
that
were
point,
to
get
up
a
and
new
quit.
job. Like, yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't
I'm
know.
not
I just
saying
feel
it's
like,
right, but I'm just thinking on like the short term 1.5 in my
and I've done these
hand.
hypotheticals with certain people, like, how much would it take?
Right. How much
And
would it
honestly,
take?
I feel like for him, it would have to
It's
be
tough with him. Yeah,
1.5 doesn't even get me a home. So I'd have to double or triple that. That's what I'm saying.
I
Wherever
hear
you
you.
give me 1.5, I can't live in New York very
I
comfortably.
mean,
I
you could
can't
get a
live in
home
LA
here in Vegas.
comfortably.
You can get a home comfortably
Fox Sports
here.
LA, you're in LA. You
Yeah,
1.5 gets you a Dickey house in Crenshaw or wherever. You know what I mean? That's not enough for me
I get
personally.
it.
Like,
Okay, I
I
get it.
can't be bought with the 1.5, especially when you got big bags. Like, I know your bag. You've
Yeah.
already assaulted me offering 1.5. I can't even get a home. So that to you is like $100,000. I'm not, no, no.
And
Nah,
like,
no.
what if it had went up to like 3 the next? Like, what if she denied it or she refused it?
And
No,
he
hey,
upped it.
I'm
If
gonna
he
give
upped it
you
to
3.
10, then there's definitely a good discussion. And I'd be like recording and having Ernestine on speed dial if something goes left. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear
now
you.
we're talking numbers. But 1.5 ain't the number I need, and I'll be
Hey,
bought.
we need to get one of our golf people on the show soon because I just got hip to this TGL. It's the Tomorrow Golf League that Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy had partnered with PGA. They started. Out of Miami, or I'm sorry, it's out of Palm Beach, Florida, I think, but it's out of Florida. It's the
Nice.
inaugural indoor golf league. So it's 6 teams, 3v3 golf, basically. There's a 60-foot virtual screen. There's like a DJ, there's music. The players come out of the tunnel with their own music. They all have earpieces, so they're talking throughout the show
Oh,
with the
wow.
hosts. You have a 40-second shot clock to be able to get your tee off. For the short range game, for the short game shots, they actually put it out into like there's a short green inside the arena. But the kicker is that this green changes every time. The way that whatever technical stuff they have below it is these plates, and so it can shift, it can rotate, it can change. So all the slopes are different. It was kind of I watched it for a little while. For me, being a non-regular golf fan, like this was more intriguing to me.
Yeah.
This was giving
That
me
would be
like,
exciting to watch. I feel
yeah.
like that would be something I could
And
get
there's an
into.
audience, I think, of like 15,000 that can be in there. So, you've
Wow.
got crowd noise, music. It's more of like a little golf party, I guess. Maybe like,
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. So keep a
Makes
lookout
golf
for that.
fun, and then it's
I think it's
indoors too, so that's like
Tuesdays.
a good,
Tuesdays on ESPN.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I
It'll be
mean,
interesting.
that'd
Yeah.
be interesting to see.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. We also are in the final four teams now for the college football playoffs. The semifinals, where we would usually start in these in the college football playoffs with the four teams, were now there. So Ohio State did the upset against Oregon. Texas
Which was a
won. Penn
great
State,
look, even though I don't like Ohio
great.
State. I
I don't
mean,
like,
listen.
but just I don't like Oregon even more. So
Right.
so now we've got these two. Now we've got these two. You've got Notre Dame and Penn State playing Thursday tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific time in Miami. And then you've got Ohio State playing Texas in Arlington, Texas on Friday at
Wow.
4:30 p.m. So I know Ohio fans travel, but having the Texas game in Arlington is kind of like,
I don't think that's gonna track. They'll show up, but that orange is there.
oh, that orange
All that
stays
brown
there.
and orange, they are there. I'm not. Yeah.
It should be interesting though. Ohio
Yeah.
really played a game though against Oregon, and I loved every second of it. So
And shout out to that Ohio State bar over there in the southwest side of town, because that's gonna be packed this weekend. It's gonna be crazy. Shout out to our boy Chuck if he's attending.
oh yeah, that's
God bless
right,
you, brother.
Ohio. We'll have to hit him up. Be like, so where are we watching the
Yeah,
game at?
right. But who would have thought Notre Dame to come this far? I mean, this coach has
Who
been
would?
proven. Even from last season, it was a very early dismissal for them. We didn't know what the
Right,
fate of this coach was going to be, and look where the fruition has gone now since.
and look
So
where it's at.
it's
Like,
pretty impressive. Yeah, definitely.
I love it. I think it's
Me too.
great, and
Me too.
hopefully we'll see a lot more of it too.
Yeah,
But
you never know. It's one of those things. My hair's sticking
yeah,
up
we'll
here.
see.
Yeah.
We got to get into some Vegas sports. Can we talk about the Golden Knights because they
Arena
are on
lights and
fire?
hockey fights. Like, come on. Number one.
Like,
Number
please, in
one
the entire NHL,
league. I didn't see
stop,
this coming. I was like,
stop.
playoff. Like, I don't
There's been
know if this is
we
gonna
have like what,
be
two misfits left from the original.
right.
We've had all these new bodies. I mean, Eichel has been going ridiculous. Mark Stone
Crazy.
back from injury again.
Crazy.
He had his 100th goal at, I'm sorry,
Yep.
his 100th goal as a Golden Knight. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. I mean, they're just on fire.
Unbelievable. And who would have thought? That's what
I
I'm
listen.
saying.
I already went ahead and put in a little championship bet for future bets for the VGK
You
because
might as well. What's the odds on that now for them to
I
go
think it
win
was
the
like, I think
Stanley
they're
Cup?
not even one of the favorites. Like theirs is like, I think it's like plus 1,000 or plus 1,100.
Well, you know what they say with these teams with winning records, they never make it to the end of the big dance.
Yeah.
So I kind of get that on certain sports
I
aspects.
mean, why
But
not?
we are talking about our Golden Knights who have done the impossible of going to a Stanley Cup first season, to get a Stanley Cup within 6 years of our season,
Yeah.
to actually be number one following a year on not going to the
Of
Stanley Cup
not
final.
going to the playoffs at
You
all.
know, anything could happen with this team. So it's hard. I would take that as a safe bet for you, Mel. I don't disagree with
Absolutely.
that at all. So
Absolutely. What's up
yeah.
to
What's
Donnell?
up,
Let this ball
Goose? Happy New
bounce. We appreciate
Year.
you. CDL Cigar Club. There you go.
Right.
Maybe we need to
Right.
have Donnell. We need to have you on. You got to give us your take on the TGL, because me as a non-golf person, I
Right.
enjoyed it, but I know there's some old heads, big golf aficionados that don't like it. I asked my brother and he was like, well, we'll see how it goes. It seems like, I talked to Weeks about it. He didn't seem to be like one way or the other. He was just like, cool that they have more opportunity, more time out there. I enjoyed it just because, it was a little bit more entertaining, not so
Right.
slow, not so boring and quiet.
Right.
So yeah. Okay, Les Pickett. What's
Yeah.
up? Been a long
What's up?
time.
It
Yeah.
has. Welcome, brother.
I know we'd be off too.
Yeah.
We'd be
We've been on,
taking.
we go on these little
We like to take our
hiatuses,
mental
we
health
like to take our
days.
time.
There, like we mentioned, if you haven't watched the beginning, there's been a lot that's already happened in these 8 days
Yeah.
of January in 2025. So sometimes we just don't need to be having a show. We just want to keep on
Gotta sit back with
trying
our own
to
popcorn and then come back and
survive.
talk about
What's going on? We got to talk about our aces.
Yes.
So the Unrivaled, we'll get to in a little bit. The Unrivaled League starts on the 17th. Of course, Jackie, she's on Team Laces. You've also got Chelsea, who's on the Team Roses.
Yeah.
And even though she's not an ace anymore, we still have to give love to our little girl, Kate. Kate Martin,
Yeah.
also in the Laces. Her and Jackie are together, so that's pretty dope.
Reunion. Yeah, I love it.
Very cool. The Unrivaled again is on the 17th. I got a little video to show about it because I'm excited for it. I know it's just 3-on-3, but there's also a portion of those. There's 1 week during there, I think 8 or 10 weeks that they do one-on-one tournament. Like they're gonna go 1v1. So we're gonna
That'll be
see
good. That'll be good to
best
see
of the
that.
best going
Yeah.
back and forth and see what happens. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Women's
Also,
basketball's coming back, and I love that the
right?
WNBA season to follow will be right after. So I'm excited. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be, yeah.
Good deal. Donnell said
It
he
is.
loves the TGL, so we'll have to figure out what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the old racist white men. Yeah, I mean, I like it because the old fat, the regular golf just doesn't. I don't know. I can't. Yeah, but Unrivaled's about to be dope. We're excited for it.
Yeah.
Also, next Saturday, I'm gonna be in the house to see the UW Husky,
Ooh,
Kelsey
and get your
Plum.
bobblehead.
Listen, but here, get this: the first 3,000 fans. So let's just say the place sells out. There's still a few tickets left to go. I mean, the tickets are cheap; they're like $18-20, right? But
Yeah.
the first 3,000 fans to get a bobblehead. So I got to try and convince my boy for us to get up there early because I'm literally flying in Friday night, going the game Saturday, coming back Sunday. Like I'm not staying to hang out in Seattle in the rain.
Right.
I'm just coming up to see this. Obviously, have some Dick's Burgers and Fries, and
see if you can snag a couple extra bobbleheads. See if y'all can circle back. Like
Man, listen. Maybe
I wouldn't mind copping one of those. That's pretty dope.
It's dope. So yes, it's called the Forever 10, and this will be going down next Saturday, the 18th at Heckhead at University of Washington in Seattle. So very excited for that. Other Vegas sports news, you gotta listen. Shout out to Weeks because he told me about this first. I didn't actually see it, but then I saw it on the news. The Rebels hockey team took down the NCAA championships Denver University 76. They are the reigning champs.
They won championship.
And they won. Mind you, this Denver team had, I think someone said that they had like between 12 and 14 players drafted in the NHL draft. They also said this is basically like a JUCO football team beating Alabama. That's how major this is, which is wild. Unbelievable. That's so cool for them. And I love those jerseys. Like that, the black and white Rebels hockey jersey, like they need to be selling those.
It kind of look like a Kings kind of element, but I'll take it. I like it. Because our colors are black, white, and red. So yeah.
Right. What's up, Steph? I appreciate gotta get my
Steph.
Hey, if don't judge me off this video, if you're not from Seattle.
The way that caption reads though.
I'm just saying, if you're not from Seattle, you don't know what it is about Dick's, then don't even try to make some other kind of comments about it. But it's basically it's better than In-N-Out. It's better than In-N-Out. It's the Seattle's hometown version of In-N-Out with delicious.
But it's not franchised and the most popular.
Well, it's not franchised. That's why it's so good to go home and to get it.
I need to try this. I may need to come up to Seattle, not this weekend, but some other time.
Yes, you got to.
And try this for myself because that In-N-Out tracks. I'm sorry. I'm
listen. You just got.
And I'm a burger person. I love burgers, so I really.
Well, and I think it also is like we grew up, 18, 20 clubbing. Get out the club at 1:30. Head to Dick's before they close at 2. You're already tipsy. You're having burgers, fries. They had shakes. I mean, it's just like part of.
I had rallies in Waffle House,
right?
But In-N-Out still tracks. Like I don't know.
I can't. I don't do In-N-Out. It's not my thing.
What?
Really. No, I'm not an In-N-Out person. I know.
Well, you go on to your Dick's then.
Okay.
Get all the Dicks you need.
I will get.
Bring whatever Dicks you can back.
It doesn't really travel well. Dick's doesn't travel well, so
Dick's doesn't travel well. That's too bad. No. That's too bad.
Moving on, we are gonna hit Hey,
That's too bad for dicks. I'd rather take it in and out.
you rather take it in and out? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let's stop.
Donnell said he'd rather go to Arizona for the Whataburger before In-N-Out. Listen, Whataburger, and
Whataburger's
they
good
and
too.
Whataburger got
Hey,
a
listen,
big
I
ass
like
menu
Whataburger as
too.
well.
Whataburger got a good menu.
Whataburger's got some shakes. Let me tell you something. I like Whataburger too, and I like their fries. And back in the day, A&W Root Beer in Boulder City used to track with their burgers and shakes and all. Listen, I'm a burger person. I have an Instagram dedicated to burgers, but I
I
really
know.
wouldn't
You
mind
haven't
trying
posted
dicks. But I
nothing in a
still like In
while
and
either.
Out.
You haven't done
I
much
still,
on the burger.
I still
Mo
In and Out.
Burgers.
I still want to try that. I want to try it and see what's different.
Get with it,
In and
okay?
Out.
All right,
Because
so
my
our
bubble top fries
UNLV
crack every time. I'm sorry.
our UNLV women's basketball team not undefeated like they were before. They are 11-4. They are one game behind, or I think they're tied to the division, but overall one game behind Colorado State, who they play
Yeah, I
right
think they're
now. So
tied.
if anyone
Yeah.
wants to do a score check, if we can beat Colorado State, I
Yeah, let me
believe we
see
take
because
up
I was looking
that
into
number
that
one
tonight
position in
because
the
I know we have
Mountain
a big
West.
NBA matchups tonight too. But I was going to see what
Yeah,
the
and
numbers
then
were.
the men's basketball team, they're 9-6, they're fifth in the Mountain West. Hopefully they can
Right.
make some traction here, but they go play in Colorado this Saturday. Yes.
Yeah.
But I will be on Friday night at the Teal
The Teal
Takeover.
Takeover. Let's
What's
go,
up?
Thrill.
Vegas Thrill, the LFF, Teal Takeover, 7 p.m. Wear your teal. I believe they're giving out rally towels for those in attendance. This is the home season opener of our professional volleyball league for the Vegas Thrill. And we've got new coach. We've got a new
Yes.
talent. And then, of
Yep.
course, it's gonna be a nice little blast there. And I also got my Vegas Thrill Clark County debit card now, so I hope
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
did
try
get
and
it.
see
Okay. After
what the
talking, shout out to
perks
Fran.
are of
Yeah.
having the debit card.
Nice.
Cause
So you're gonna get some stuff with that.
let's see.
The score is not
Oh,
tied. Real quick, just
uh-huh.
to tap in on Colorado UNLV. It's halftime right now. UNLV is up by 2. It's 38-36.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's good. How much?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What was it again?
38-36. It's
Okay,
halftime, so they're up by
that's
2.
good.
My
Okay,
women's
that's
up by
good.
2. So it's a
Good,
game.
good,
It's
good.
definitely a game.
Okay, Steph. Well, I will see you there. I know Donnell said he needs
Yes,
to get out
Steph.
there
I
too, so
won't be
that's good.
there. I didn't. I
I will
didn't.
be there.
But Mel
And
will be
I'm
there.
still gonna try. I'm gonna be trying to do some investigatory work on figuring out what this new mascot is.
Yeah, is that
So
reveal coming
it
on
hasn't
Friday? Are you
happened.
gonna
There's
be?
been no clues on social media. There's been
Yeah.
nothing. So that's my other job on Friday is to be asking some questions to some people and players and managers and to see if I can get a few hints. Because on the 12th, on Sunday, they have another home game,
Right.
and it's like the Y. I think it's like a youth volleyball program that's having a party there or something. I can't remember.
Now, is it going to be the reveal on that day or this Friday
Well,
match?
it's not. I don't think it's Friday.
Friday,
Remember what we
right?
when we when we talked to Fran, she said it wasn't going to be Friday, but that it could be in that first week or two. So I don't know. What's up, Cassandra Sports Nieces? She said it looks
Hi,
like a
Sports Nisa.
coyote. Listen, we
It
got
does
too
look
many
like coyote.
coyotes. We already
But we
have the
already got that with the
biggest,
desert dogs. I think
the
we
desert
determined that
dog.
that desert dog is a coyote. So
Yeah.
it does look like a
I mean,
fox or something.
unless they're
Yeah,
siblings, like they
maybe.
have like a little coyote family
What
out
do they
here.
call it? Do they call it
I mean, they
maybe?
both are at the LFF, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they are siblings and they are two coyotes, a little coyote family.
I don't know. Interesting. I just need to see what this match is up to.
Yeah. Last but not least, we have to talk about the Raiders. I don't even know if I should call them your Raiders anymore, but
They are my
um,
Raiders still. They are. I
okay,
mean, I'm a
okay.
Raider fan, ride or die. I've been so long, so keep it going.
I know. Well, they got rid of AP. Antonio Pierce was fired on Tuesday. In portion of the whole Black Monday, it turned into a Tuesday for a lot of teams, a lot of different not as many head coaches, but a lot of offensive coordinators, defensive
Oh
coordinators got the
yeah.
boot.
I mean, the Patriots coach got fired. A few coaches got fired. I was
But
very
now,
surprised by this. I was thinking that we were going to have him for maybe one more season.
right?
Um, do I get it? Not so much because I feel like the issues that Antonio had this
Weren't really
season
his fault.
weren't really his fault. And I also have to agree with the fact that um, with all the different things that we had, I feel like the fireable offense to me was us winning games later on, so we couldn't get the number one draft pick. So that's why I feel like, you push for these wins, but maybe he didn't push for these wins. Maybe it was somebody higher up that pushed for these wins.
And wasn't
Just for
even
him to
like
have
God didn't
something.
get the first round pick. You didn't, or the first pick. You didn't even get. You're not even in the top 5 right now.
No,
Like
we're
you
six. We're
slid,
six. We slid all the way to six. So that's gonna be
slid
crazy to
all
see
the way to
what's.
6,
You know what I
which
mean?
is
Like, come on,
wild,
man. That could have been us easily, and that's
easily.
not happening.
And what's
Um,
crazy is that Dion just said that he wasn't going to leave Colorado unless he's coaching his son. So you could have had Shador, Shiloh, and a new coach in Dion and been good.
well, I don't know because with the Tom Brady effect, he's reaching out to Belichick, wanting him to leave UNC possibly.
And he got to pay
Um,
up 10 million, which obviously isn't going to be an issue for any of these men
no.
to be able to give up that money. But so that would make him or anyone else would be the 6th coach under Mark
Do
Davis
you
in
know
his
we are still
tenure,
paying John Gruden? Do you know
which
we are
is
still
wild.
paying McDaniels? Do you know we are now currently paying Antonio Pierce? So this thing with the Raiders, it's like a residency gig. You're here like a DJ for maybe a season and a half, and then they move to something else. Does this work? Not so much. I don't see it being. This is what was the problem. He was not the problem. We have an owner who is the
And the
problem.
players loved him. Like there was never a
Well, he was a
complaint with
player's coach, but
coaching.
he did
Yeah,
make terrible play calls. He did make too many time clock management issues and mistakes, but those are
there
learning
were
curves.
some. Yeah.
And again, at the end of the day, I don't, again, it wasn't a coaching problem to me. But do I take this as a hard loss? No, because I'm a Raider fan. I'm used to the L's. I'm used to not being surprised so much as and devastated because we're the Raiders. We take
You're
these
used
L's and
to
we
it
keep
now. You
on
get the
going. We're
L's.
used to this
Yeah.
life. I mean, this is what it is. But who knows what's to come? People are saying in our first round we need to go after a certain running back instead of maybe the quarterback. Get him in the second round. QB out
Right?
of I believe it was Oregon or someone they were saying we should track. I don't
I
know.
mean,
I
at
don't know what the
6,
future.
you could get that guy from Boise. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
where he would be
maybe.
falling,
Yeah, that would
but
be
that would
something. I mean, we
be
keep Brock Bowers, we keep Zamir
Brock
White, we
Bowers has
keep a
had a
couple of.
year. So shout out to Brock Bowers, tight
And I
end,
hope he gets
rookie
the O'Roy.
year.
I really do. I really do get hope he gets the O'Roy. It'd be interesting if he does because then that gives us leverage for other players to try and come and probably work with him, and possibly the organization can look a little bit better.
Yeah,
But shoot, it's the
we'll
Raiders.
see.
I mean, I was expecting him to be there another season, but he's out. I wish
Well,
him
the
the best.
Seahawks
I love
fired
the
our
men.
offensive coordinator in his first year, Ryan
Yeah,
Grubb from the
I mean, I
Huskies.
love
Like,
Antonio Pierce says he still will always bleed black and silver. He will always be Raider for life. And also, by the way, his ending speech was F the Chiefs. Okay, you're always going to be a Raider with us, Pierce. Nothing but mad love. Thank you for whatever service you could give to the team, and throughout it all, you represented us very well as a coach. You loved our team,
absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
yeah, that's that.
Man, it's crazy. It's just
It
I don't
is, but
know.
they do this, and
That's the game of life. Speaking of the game of life, we've got the playoffs starting officially. The regular season is officially over. We are weeks away from the end of football.
yeah. Shout out to
Oh,
our winners for the fantasy
I'm
league this
gonna have to
year.
start basketball. I'm gonna have to start watching basketball again. I mean, I've watched a few games the past weeks or two,
I've
so
been watching because I'm in that NBA fantasy league. But shout out to all the fantasy league
yeah,
winners.
shout out to Chrissy Lee, who won our Girl
Yeah,
Chat Sports League. Shout out to her and her brother Nate, who of course won his league that he started me in, and he finally got the championship belt back. So whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, it must be a family affair over there
yeah.
for
I think they
them.
were co-conspiring,
Right?
helping each
Co-conspiring.
other, hope
Now if we
helping
can
each other
just
out.
track down that pink belt, I mean, if we could just get the belt back, it would be
Right.
nice and share it. But anyway, so here's the schedule. We've got they are monitoring the fires in LA to see if the Rams and Vikings game will be playing there on Monday. The plan B would be for them to be playing in Arizona. So
Okay.
that's
Okay.
one, which
Yeah.
sucks for any Vikings fans that have also bought their tickets and plane
Right.
tickets and but of course it's for the safety of everybody. So hopefully
Right.
it'll be safe. But then got some other great matchups. You got the Commanders at the Buccaneers, Jaden Daniels, first rookie season, first playoffs.
Talk about it.
Packers, Jordan Love and the Packers and Hurts and the Eagles, both quarterbacks are hoping to be able to play on Sunday. So that should be interesting. Chargers at Texans, Pittsburgh at the Ravens. Russell Wilson, will he cook? Will he cook? And
Ah,
the rookie led Broncos against Josh Allen and the
I
Buffalo Bills.
know. Josh Allen gonna take that though. I want them to tramp
Yeah,
them
he is.
donkeys. I want Texas to tramp them Chargers. And for the matchup, I would like to see at the end of it all. I don't know if Texans are a match for KC, but I would love to see that kind of advance to that. But
Right.
I definitely want to see KC get knocked out of this. I don't need to see them in another Super Bowl, even though it's
I just want the
predicated that they
Lions to
will.
win. That's it. I just want the
Yeah, I would love
Lions
the
take it
Lions.
all.
I would love to see the Lions kind of cruise on in and do this. I also would like to see maybe Baltimore or maybe
Amon Ra
Pittsburgh.
already has his
Hair
Hawaiian
blue.
blue on
Okay.
for the playoffs. He's ready. He's ready to
I might
go.
draft you next season, Amon Ra, for the fantasy league. You
I
did
had
me
him
all
this
right.
season
You
in a
did me good.
league. Yeah, he was good. But then
Yeah.
Williams, they had the other receiver Williams, and then what was the other one? There's a third one. They
Right.
all were getting major points, which
Right.
was it was crazy time.
Right.
So, oh yeah, we obviously have to shout out to Mike Evans too, and shout out to Guru for his Tampa Bay podcast as well. But Mike
Yeah,
Evans
bucket
tied,
around. Shout out to that on his
yeah,
TikToks. I've tapped into that on
absolutely.
his lives and
Mike Evans
chatted.
ties Jerry Rice's record for the 11 seasons of a
Yep,
thousand yards consecutively. That's just
it is.
wild.
It is.
I didn't realize I mean, I know he's been around that long, but it didn't seem like he'd been
I
around
didn't
that
think he
long.
was getting that kind of momentum like that. But Mike
Yeah.
Evans has been that guy, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
not
Okay.
surprised.
NBA. I, I know you sent over the Shaq quote and stuff, the Charles Barkley quote, but
Well,
there's Shaq.
yeah, they do. I mean, yeah, you
They
don't have
played
Luka
the Dallas
Doncic,
team had no Luca,
no
no Katie, or
Kyrie,
no Kyrie.
and it didn't matter. And it should have been a great game for us. You do this 360 dunk, LeBron, early on. You have us up in the numbers, and you're basically it's LeBron and AD versus any team that we go up against now because we have no depth to our team aside from a few other cast members like AR-15 maybe or the Connect
Austin
or
Reeves be like coming out of nowhere, just shooting it
yeah,
like
but it's not
crazy. I'm like,
enough, and
it's not enough.
it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the Lakers are in this position that we stink, and we do stink. And this record is not any different from when we had Darvin Ham as a coach. It's no different from when we had past coaches. This is who we are since we have a 40-year-old man on this team. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to blame him, even though I've gotten into heavily debates because people are like, you always blaming LeBron. No one wants to come play with this guy. Why? Why do you think? We can't get
Because he
these key
can't give up his
pieces.
hairline. Listen, this is my only gripe. So I don't know if LeBron realizes that for majority of the game, the camera angle is from up above and they're watching the whole court. Because all he has like one piece here, and then this is now officially all bald back here. So all we're seeing is the bald back of your head, and for some reason you keep this little like patch right here. So I guess it's for the close-ups,
I don't
maybe.
know.
I don't
Welcome to
know.
40, though. However, you traded D'Angelo Russell, which was fine because we got two other additional pieces that are young legs that could probably assist and help. Just was not enough for this Dallas Mavericks team. This is a loss that we should not have gotten.
Hmm.
I do like Max Christie, whatever. Max Christie cost us the game the other night by what was that inbound pass to man, listen, I don't even want to talk about this. I really don't want
Don't
to get
get her
hyped about
started,
this.
Les. Don't get her
Yeah,
started.
I don't even want to talk about this. I don't even want to talk about this. Because the thing of it is we have a lot of serious issues. We will never be like a team like Boston where we constantly have
Right, right.
juggernaut players. And we have a man that I don't know what else he's trying to prove because he has now surpassed Michael Jordan's record
I
for
mean, when you're
most.
playing for 22 years,
Hey,
what
listen, listen, listen,
what
listen.
record are
I
you not
understand.
gonna break?
I understand. My point is this. What other records are you trying to pass? Are we trying to get to the number 5 of the championship ring? It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen with the team that we have right now. There's no way that can happen for him to get that 5th unless he's going off to, dare I say, another team.
Let's see him
And
get.
Cleveland don't want him, so I don't know where he
Let's
could
see.
go.
Let's
But
see him get a Depoy award in his 40s, or let's see him get
and
any
honestly,
Depoy
I'm with
award.
Chuck when he said the Lakers are always the talk, and they should not be the talk because they are not a winning team. I think the threats of us pulling them off of networks and not highlighting their games to replace them for other teams that are winning their games would be beneficial for the Lakers to wake up, but they won't do that because LeBron is on the team and all eyes are on LeBron. He's the face of the league and he's the one that brings in such views, if you will.
Sanders said he didn't
So
want
they're
to go
never going
home
to
for
pull him
nothing.
off prime time game schedules. They're not going to have him off the TT when we want to see other games of
We
winning teams.
definitely want
And
to
it's
see other
not
games.
fair that the Lakers are still getting highlighted like this and we suck. Yeah. So, I mean,
In retrospect, yesterday was a crazy day in the NBA. I actually watched two or three games yesterday, which was amazing in itself.
right.
Um, and we saw Trae Young hit a monster half court buzzer beater to win the game versus the Jazz. We saw Lamelo threw a pass off the backboard to himself to somebody else for a point. I believe they won versus the Suns. And you saw Zion return, and he had a
Oh, yeah. You saw
360
Zion with
dunk.
the monster dunk, but I mean, great.
But
But that's
will
the
he stay
exciting world of
healthy?
basketball that we want to see, I guess.
That's what we
But we
want.
don't
That's
need
what
to
we
see
need
a
more
Lakers
of.
team sucking. You know what I mean? We just don't need to
Yeah,
see that.
no, we don't.
And shout out to Cleveland because they faced the biggest team of the number one on the
This
West
game
today.
was great.
And it was an awesome
OKC
game,
and
and they beat them by
Cleveland.
7. I mean,
But there
this
was
is
like
indicative of what we're going to
26 or
see.
27 lead changes throughout the whole game. Like that game was close the entire time. Like those teams wanted it. It was
And
like
that's what you have
watching.
to do. You
Yeah.
have to keep rotating your bench. We have no bench to rotate. We have no
Well, yeah.
clutch players like that.
Cleveland
We
has some
have
good
no
bigs.
listen. We
I'm
still
happy for Cleveland to be doing all this and looking so great, and they don't have to have that guy playing with
stars.
them. Yeah.
They don't have to have the big
All the young
lights.
Tito's are coming out sharing the
Oh yeah,
stage.
I mean OKC is like that's one of my favorite teams to watch in the West. They're just exciting basketball and it's fun to watch. And not everybody's going for the 3 game and everybody's going in the paint a little bit, but their shoot around and everything that they do is great. They're deaths to both of these teams. I like to see them knock Boston off its pedestal. I think that can happen. The Bucks are playing right now against the Spurs, and that's a no-brainer. That's 65-46. I mean,
Yeah, we
the
can't
Spurs
even.
really don't
We
have
don't even want to get into
much
that
to
right
work
now.
with against the Bucks team, so they're going to take this one. But yeah, NBA action is back. Hopefully, I don't know what the Lakers need to do to adjust because there are no adjustments because we have no one to adjust. So this is what it is.
Is any of it coaching? Is any of it JJ's fault?
Nah, I don't think so much of it is JJ. I think JJ has done the best that he can to
With what
analyze the
he has?
situation and work with what he has. We do have a star that will get rid of you if you don't go along the fold with whatever his thoughts or ideas are as far as
Follow the
strategy.
rules or
So as
go.
long as he stays in line with that, he'll have a job. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well,
I don't know.
it is what it is.
It
Speaking on,
is
we talked about the fires earlier, so if you're just tapping in, we do want to give our prayers out for everybody that's affected by families, friends,
right.
everybody that we know out there in LA. But Kawhi Leonard is taking time off, and not for injury, but because his family was affected by the fire, so he's taking time off to deal with that. We're also seeing, this is a wild stat. I don't even understand. So today's Kings versus Calgary Flames game was postponed due to the fires. But get this, last year, the Tampa game against the Hurricanes was postponed due to a hurricane.
Yeah.
Today, the Los Angeles Kings game against the Flames was
Well,
postponed
that's
due
what
to
everyone is
fire.
in this comparison analysis
Wild.
about. Florida had to battle with the hurricanes, and now LA is going through their natural disasters. So it's kind of
And mind you, not to mention, while the whole like mid/south is going through this whole freeze, like it's gonna be 30 degrees in Atlanta from like Texas all the way to East Coast into the South. Then
the
you've got
Arctic freeze is real.
and then you've got you got California lighting up in fire. Like, I'm not sure. This sounds very vaguely familiar. And I don't know. It's wild times right now. So please be safe, everybody. Just
Yeah,
be safe.
right.
It's wild.
It is.
I think me and my girl Sin and Sarah, we all went out to the Winter Classic in Seattle when it was the Kraken
The Knights, yeah.
and the Knights. Well, the new one has been announced for next year, 2026. It's going to be in Florida, with the Bruins, the Lightning at Tampa's Raymond James Stadium on February
Okay.
1st, which is crazy because ours was on New Year's Day. So it's wild that
Right.
they are putting this in February now, especially in Florida. It's gonna be warm, and you got to keep ice cold. So that'll
Yeah,
be
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Well, we'll see because, like you said, you got an Arctic freeze in the south. Who knows what our climate's gonna look like by
uh-huh.
2026?
We don't know.
Maybe they
We
see
don't
something we don't know. Maybe it's going to be another freezing front that they are able to do that.
It's weird. They said they should only have the Winter Classic in outdoor. Well, it is in an outdoor arena. It's in
Right,
Tampa at the
right.
Buck Stadium, but they should
But they're
have it
putting it
in cold areas. Like,
areas, yeah.
Seattle was even the ice in Seattle wasn't great because it was only like I think 40 something 50. We need to have it like Minnesota, Kansas City's, Green
Especially
Bay's,
after
up in
you come off of
Canada.
the football season, you know what I mean? That's
Especially
probably
for
where they push
making
it
it in
more to
February. Like
February.
that's just wild.
Yeah, but February is probably necessary if they did do that because of football season. It's like you want to just make sure that you're not using any of those stadiums and arenas for those
I
games.
guess. I don't
I don't
know.
know.
We'll pick a
This is
ballpark.
something just to draw more people. It's a lot of sports going on, you guys. Sports
A
is
lot.
everywhere. Another
It's a
thing
lot
to
going
get your
on
money and go and
everywhere.
do something. If you're an NHL fan, got another option for entertainment.
Right.
That's what it is, basically.
Speaking
So,
also of Florida, you've got Unrivaled starting on January 17th. You've got the 6 teams. It's a 3v3
wow.
game. So it's going to be wild to see all these players together and playing
And I
on their.
pray for no injuries. I
Oh,
pray for no injuries when we do
absolutely.
this kind of stuff.
Especially like for Cameron Brink, who just had her whole
Right.
season gone and now she's playing
Exactly.
here.
I don't want any of
But
these stars to get injured as we go into an upcoming
no.
season in May for WWE. I just don't want any of that to happen.
And what's crazy is that every single player is getting a 6-figure pay cut and they get invested into their team, into the league, which is the sponsorship they've received from here to get
Wait, they
this
get a
pay
6-figure pay cut?
6 figures.
Wow.
And a portion of get invested in, I forgot the word for it, but anyway, here's a short little video breaking down how Unrivaled is going to happen this year.
For the inaugural season. The campaign will span 10 weeks, including playoffs, and kicks off on January 17th. Almost all games will take place on Fridays, Saturdays, and Mondays, with each day featuring 2 one-hour games. In week 5, the team games will pause to make way for the first ever one-on-one tournament. On February 10th, 13th, and 14th, the best players in the world will go head-to-head in single elimination matchups, culminating in the final on February 14th. Finally, those dream one-on-one matchups we've always debated are coming to life on the big stage. After the one-on-one break, the season will start on Tuesday, February 18th, and the clubs will finish the regular season 3 weeks later on March 10th. Then, the top 4 based on record will advance to the playoffs. The semifinals will pit seeds 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3 on March 16th. The next day, March 17th, the first ever Unrivaled champion will be crowned, closing out season 1. Here's how you'll be able to watch all the games. Friday and Monday games will air on TNT, while Saturday games will be on True TV. And don't forget, all games will stream on Max.
Well, I'm glad I got Max because I can watch all 3.
Yep,
And
all of them.
honestly, that one-on-one is going to be exciting because I would like to have seen them do this almost with the NBA thing. If the NBA season wasn't
Man,
active,
to see some of
this
these
would be
players
kind of
go
a dope thing to
one-on-one,
see.
like Jewel
See what
and
that is.
Jackie
Hmm.
or
And so, if you're doing a
Stewie.
one-on-one, is this first shot 21? Is this what the score is going to, or
I
what are the
don't
points
have those
determined?
rules, but I would guess it's not 21 because that would be like it could be a long game. I don't know.
I'm curious to see how the numbers roll with that, but it's
Yeah.
very exciting, and I look forward to this.
And their
I'm
court
ready for it.
looks beautiful, and apparently they have
Yeah.
like the dopest like exercise equipment room as well. So I know they're all loving on that and enjoying that. So big shout out to the Unrivaled League.
Yeah, I think
Definitely
that's pretty
looking
cool.
forward.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to see more of those.
Yeah.
Also for Girl Power, I think Cassandra just mentioned this. Well, Coco Golf first
Right.
won,
Yeah.
went undefeated in the United Cup tournament and was named the MVP. She also just became an investor in Unrivaled as well. So girls supporting
Nice.
girls, let's keep that
Let's
going.
go in, girl. Keep
Yes.
that revenue stream up for these
Yes,
ladies.
we got to give it up also for Simone Biles, who was
Yes.
named Sports Illustrated's 2024 Sports Person of the Year.
And I
So
knew that was going to
big,
come
big up.
after the time thing. I knew it.
Yeah.
So Simone's
Oh
going to get her
yeah.
flowers some kind of way.
She gonna get
And
them
what a better
flowers.
way.
Also, we
Hmm.
got to give it up for Angel Reese, who is out there on the cover of Vogue
Yes. Who
in
aspires to want to
sports,
be
not
in Paris
fashion.
for Fashion Week and be a runway model. I'm here for it. If they
I'm here
can
for all of it.
listen, I can. She's got the height. She's got the frame. She definitely has the face. Fashion houses, get at her. Like let's go. I want to see her
Do
on that
it,
runway.
because
I
she'll
don't
make
mind
that.
that.
She can
Let that
sell. She
revenue
will
stream
sell your.
fly
She
so
will
she can
sell
afford her
your clothing
apartment.
line. That's for sure. She will
Yeah.
sell that. And then also this is the last one I have for girl power too, is that, we know that there's a hockey league for women, the PHL. So they are having a takeover tour. They stopped in Seattle, of course, playing at Kyman Pledge Arena where the Kraken play. Two of their teams faced off each other. And of course, they have the assistant coach, Jessica Campbell, who is the assistant coach there behind the bench for the Kraken. So she had this dope little she did like this whole 5-minute thing for both teams about just how proud she was and what it meant to her to be there, to see this happening in front of her, because when she was around, she'll get to it in the video, but here's a quick video of what she said.
Yeah. I applaud you guys to keep doing the good work, because it's the product, and you guys are at the top of the league right now, or right there. So it's the product of what you guys are putting on the ice that speaks volumes to, I think, the future of this. Sadly, I was part of the folding chapter. maybe it's the reason I got into coaching, but glad we could laugh about it. It was hopefully not my fault, but continue to keep blazing the trails that you guys are. Every one of you are important. Doesn't matter your role on this team, or big or small, and I think it's so critical that you continue to be ambassadors in the community and show up for the little things. I think that's critical to continue success and sustaining what the momentum is that you guys have already built. I'm just super excited to get to be there tomorrow and see it all in action. I don't get to always overlap with you guys, so be kind out there.
Right. Love that.
I mean, that's, again, like she says, like boys and girls are looking up to seeing a woman behind the bench, like with her. Boys and girls are able to see that there's a woman out there skating in a professional league. So I just love that women's sports is just doing so much, and it's just great.
And I love the fact that we have a platform that we can highlight that and give these women the notification and notice that they deserve, and have our listeners, our loyal listeners, shout out to you guys that tapped in tonight, as well as going forward to the new year, that are willing to listen to us and see us share all these dynamic accolades that are coming out of the realm of women's sports and sports in general. So
it's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be a lot going on.
And by the way, I'm just trying to check this score for the
UNLV.
women's. Yeah. It's not looking too good now.
Uh-oh.
Actually, we're up by 6. 5 minutes left in the fourth. Colorado State it's 53-59.
We got to get out to a game
we're up by 7.
too.
So hopefully we do. We're long overdue for that. And Lindsay, we definitely owe you a visit. So yeah, we'll see what that ends up being. And UNR is also playing. Shout out to their women's basketball team. They're not doing too well against San Diego State, but they are in the conversation as well.
UNR.
Our team up north. Hey, I got some friends that went to UNR. Listen.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I root for my Huskies and I'll root for the Rebels because I live here. But you're not going to have me.
Nevada, so
you're not going to have me going for up north. No, like, I'll let you have that.
Let me get my north up. We know you're Seattle. We know you're just here. Whatever. Taking the fruits of whatever Nevada brings to you. But I mean, let me just prop up these girls. So 48-61, end of the third for the UNR.
That's like me as a Husky fan being like, oh yeah, let's go Cougars team 2. Like, no, we're not.
Yeah, but I didn't go to UNLV. So I mean, and Marcus went to UNR. I get that. My brother went to UNR. Like I have friends that went to like we're split. Like there's a thing. It's a different thing. Yeah. All right. We know everybody's not fortunate to go to UW and be a Husky and go to Coug and do all that crazy stuff. Whatever.
Oh,
whatever.
Lord, here we go.
Yeah. So,
what's up, Dre Bailey? Tapping in at the end. We appreciate you coming by. Hey, we appreciate it, guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. Be safe again. All of our well wishes and thoughts and prayers for those in California and the fires right now. It is crazy
everywhere. Everybody that's going through with the Arctic freeze, that shuts down power.
Atlanta's gonna be 30 degrees. Atlanta, that's wild.
It is. People that can't fly and get it to their homes. There's people in the east that can't get to their homes. I have a friend that her husband's not going to be able to be with her in her time of comfort and need off of bereavement because he's stuck because of the Arctic freeze. Like these are a lot of circumstances going on around this country. So prayers and thoughts.
Global warming, right? I mean,
yeah. And then we sit in the middle. We're Switzerland. We're neutral. We just have some high winds. Don't jinx it though. That could be us.
Anyways, y'all, we appreciate you. We will check back with you soon. We don't know when, but we'll figure it out. And
Yeah,
keep
we got a
keep
week. We got a week.
taking
Figure it
all
out.
right. All right, guys. Bye.
Yeah, go get you some.